Picture this, a time when golf wasn't dominated by millionaire pros, but by amateurs playing for honor and legacy. In 1915, Jerome Travers, an amateur, shocked the golf world by defeating the rising professional star Walter Hagen at the U.S. Open. This wasn't just a victory, it was proof that the amateurs still belonged at the top. But how long could they hold off the pros? Stick around to find out. If you're fascinated by golf's golden era, hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into golf history with When Golf Was a Gentleman's Game. Golf in the early 20th century was a battleground between two competing ideals. Amateurs, playing for honor and legacy, represented the sport's old world values. On the other hand, professionals, often treated as outsiders, were beginning to earn recognition and fight for legitimacy. Despite this tension, amateurs like Jerome Travers weren't just participating, they were winning. It was an era when even the biggest tournaments were open to both amateurs and pros, setting the stage for thrilling showdowns. The British Open and US Open were the two most prestigious tournaments in golf. In Britain, professionals like Harry Vardon and James Braid dominated, but the amateur spirit remained alive, with occasional amateur challengers making deep runs. In the US, the amateurs took center stage. Here, tournaments were about more than skill. They were a test of character, with amateurs proving they could stand toe-to-toe with the pros. In the 1915 U.S. Open at Baltusrol Golf Club in New Jersey, all eyes were on Walter Hagen. A young and confident professional, Hagen was expected to make a big statement. But Jerome Travers, a four-time U.S. amateur champion, had other plans. Travers's consistent play, calm demeanor, and experience in high-pressure moments allowed him to outlast Hagen and the rest of the field, securing the championship. Travers's triumph wasn't just another amateur victory. It was a clear message to the rising pros that the amateurs weren't ready to fade away. For Hagen, it was a bitter loss, but one that would light a fire under his ambitions to elevate professional golf. While Travers shined in 1915, another amateur legend was just beginning his journey, Bobby Jones. Although Jones was only a teenager at the time, he would soon become the face of amateur golf, winning major championships and taking on the professionals in an era-defining rivalry. For now, though, the amateur legacy was safe in the hands of Travers and others like him. Meanwhile, Walter Hagen's loss at the 1915 U.S. Open was a wake-up call. He vowed not just to win, but to raise the profile of professional golf to match the prestige of the amateur game. Over the next decade, Hagen would become one of the most successful and charismatic figures in golf history, winning majors and proving that professionals belonged at the top. Though Travers's 1915 victory was monumental, it wasn't the last gasp of the amateur era. Amateurs continued to compete and win at the highest levels, with the last amateur major victory coming years later. However, the tide was slowly turning. The professionals, led by figures like Hagen, were gaining momentum, and golf was evolving into a more professionalized sport. What do you think? Was the dominance of professionals inevitable, or could the amateurs have kept their hold on golf's biggest stages? Let us know in the comments. And if you love stories from golf's golden age, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into golf history with When Golf Was a Gentleman's Game.